Thank you so much. And of course, you have many stories to tell, many experiences to share, and we will always be a captive audience. So there will be a next time, there will be a next season, and you will be back here again. So thank you once again. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to cap on the next half of our awards, I think we'll, yeah, got it.
Garnet's busy.
Gotta get some water.
Yeah, that's Garnet's trophy.
I'll let Garnet talk through these things because I think he has it all figured out in his head. And I can barely keep up with him during the season, so, all right, Garnet?
Sure. Okay, couple house cleaning things. One, not sure how many umpires are here, but without umpires, no matter how much we disagree with the LBWs or caught behinds or no balls or wides, let's acknowledge the umpires. And if you're umpiring the game, please stand. There's a few umpires here. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Without your support, there could be no game of cricket because there'd be anarchy without umpires on the field. That being said, the next sponsorship we want to acknowledge wholeheartedly is Z Sports. Without the support of Z Sports, the league would not have been what we are at this point. A couple of things we need to know about Z Sports. In 2010, when I became mass secretary, I ran into Zakir at the ground, and we hadn't seen each other for about 8 years, and he was happy to see me. And the first thing I said to Zakir was, we need to get cricket balls. He's like, I'm out of business. I don't do it anymore. I said, that's fine. Go ahead and get me some balls because the balls we have is not going to work. After some conversation, next thing you know, Z Sports is up, and they have worked with us over the last 3 years, and now some of the league have decided to adopt the ball that we use in this league because of the persistence and the cooperation that Z Sports have done. Thank you so much for all your support and everything. Okay, so let's go through these trophies here. So Zahid, you need to come up here at some point and do some awarding of trophies. And also, Mr. Kalitran, if you will, please be so kind. Zahid will do it and then thing, right? We need to get one of those bats. Okay, so we did a few things different, try to change up on things, and the Lansdowne Trophy last couple of years, we didn't do justice to it, so we decided to do a couple of things. The outstanding player for the entire tournament scored 214 runs and took 17 wickets in that tournament, including that 5 for 10. Z Sports has provided a bat. And will Anchor Sani please come up and take your award for the outstanding player for the tournament.
This way.
Alvin, you can have the bat.
Yeah.
And now you can take it back, right?
Okay. Next award goes back in, we're still in the T20 championship match. Washington playing Damascus. Damascus defeated Lions. And as Damascus says, we can only play who shows up on the field. And Anchor's 5 for 10. Ends up playing Washington in the final at Oxon Hill. Damascus makes 124 runs, and it looks like it's going to be easy. but there is nothing easy when it comes to cricket, right? Especially when Washington is involved sometimes. Washington starts off well. Next thing you know, they're struggling at 10 overs. They got 60-something runs. And how are they going to score another 60-odd runs in 10? And Anchor still has to bowl 4 overs, and I'm umpiring this game. I'm like, it's going to be interesting to watch. Anyway, long story short, they're down to 5 wickets, I believe, or 6, and in comes Kalyan, and he decides, well, you know what, I need to go have a beer, so let's get this over with. So Kalyan is the man of the match for the Lansoft T20 final, and please come accept. There's also a $50 gift certificate from Z Sports for this match. He's gonna accept it. Thank you. Well, you've heard the story already, so I don't need to repeat that. The championship game was played between Damascus and Washington. Damascus happened to, Washington went in undefeated, as a matter of fact, into the playoffs, and they ended up winning the trophy by 3 wickets against Washington. So will the captain of Washington please come up and accept the trophy on behalf of the team? And as we get into the meat of our trophies and major championships, people ask me how we could win these things, and I said, well, you must first take care of your division games, because if you're playing Super 8, if you don't win your division games, you're going to have a tough time making the playoffs. And so it happens. The division wasn't won early, actually it was won late. It was a key game early in the season where Washington played Damascus. I think it was game 2. Damascus ended up winning that game, but there were later games in the year. As a matter of fact, at the end of the year, Damascus had to play Punjab Lions. The Punjab Lions had to win the game to make the playoffs. Punjab Lions ended up scoring 74 runs and they lost, but Damascus actually was the only team from 2012 to defend the trophy. So the Northern Division champion for 2013, Damascus, please accept the trophy.
Pratik, picture लेना हम
Woo! Kick one leg.
Squeezing, guys. I'm not able to.
It's better.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. The next division championship, it went on to play again. This game, the second game, they played against Crescent. And if Crescent and Virginia Lions play 10 times, it's the war of among friends. How can they not love each other as they do? Lions won the game by one wicket in the last over. They went on to, no one else came close, so Lions ended up winning the Southern Division Championship. Deepak, please come accept the question.
Round of applause, guys.
Right, so now we go back to the Northern Conference. And somebody asked me one year, how the heck you come up with these things? Well, we wanted to award people for what they played. So Washington, having lost to Damascus that one game, they decided that we're going to go out and try to win the conference because Damascus doesn't look like they're going to give us that trophy. And they went on to play, and Washington ended up undefeated outside their games. The one game they lost to Damascus, they lost another game to somebody. One game? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Anyway, so Washington ended up winning the Northern Conference. Washington, please accept the trophy.
नहीं मैं वॉशिंगटन के लिए ठीक हूँ
This time you inform. You're informed now. This is a team effort, right? At least this one you won this one.
Yeah, I did. 12 man all single
So after the Northern Conference, we have the Southern Conference. And if you're going to win anything in the South, well, Virginia happened to be in the South. And Virginia Lions went through the South after that first Crescent game, and no one ever came close. So Virginia Lions ended up winning the Southern Conference. Virginia Lions, please.
Don't break this one up. Don't break it again.
2 years ago, when we started the Super 8 trophy, there were going to be another 7 or 8 teams that had to compete for something else, and somebody said, well, let them play and we can just reward them with individual stats. I said, no, if you're going to play a team game, we should have something to the teams are going to play for each year. And Mavericks, the first year, took that to heart and went undefeated and did all kind of fabulous things. And then last year, we had some very good competition in Super 8. I mean, in the Interdivision, the Warriors ended up winning that trophy, but they should give a big round of applause to Crescent, because if Crescent didn't beat Columbia the last game in the Interdivision, Warriors would be there. So Warriors, please accept your trophy for a game well played. Interdivision.
You were involved? Everyone, thank you.
Next time,
And then we get to what the 8 teams that play for the playoff teams, the Super 8 Championship. And the Super 8 Championship is simply that. Every game is meant to be something of a war, and it is at times, and sometimes it's not. Both Washington and Lions were going along the merry way and happened to meet in game number 7, game number 6 of the Super 8, because there are only 7 games. And the game was played at Mark Twain. Washington batted first and made some 200 plus score, 192 I believe. And then Lions came to bat. At the end of the day, Washington walked away with the Super 8 Championship. So Washington, please accept your Super 8 Championship trophy.
Oh, he's at my height. I think
right, so we get back into the 40 championship, and one of the things we did last year, because we were trying to reward players for their efforts and so forth, and the MPP is always going to be there, but there's always some guy close, and we wanted to do it. And we did last year, we do this year, and hopefully we'll continue it. The person to be the outstanding batsman in 2013, there are only two people that scored over 400 runs. We know Richard is one. The other one is Ankur Sani, scoring 401 runs for Damascus in the 40 championship, and he gets the outstanding batsman with a $50 gift certificate from Z Sports.
Those of you who are getting the gift cards, it does expire on March 31st, all right? So.
Along with the batsman, we want to do the same thing for the bowler, who would also finish close but not win a major award or so. So we decided to award the bowler. And Prabjot Singh from Damascus took 29 wickets this year, had a fabulous year. He'll get a $50 gift certificate on behalf of these sports. Ravi, can you accept this? Ikrak, accept it on behalf of...
Who is more closer? Didn't you teach him bowling, Ravi?
No, he keeps all the balls that go by. Yeah, so, hold on for a second. That comes in this goes in. The next award really goes to what I think for 3 years, 4 years now, I think, 10, we've been awarding this trophy to players who exemplify an all-round performance for the year. And when I did it in 2010, people thought, man, that's nice to have. And my hope is that when you play the game, when you come to the ground and you play these 40 games in the hot weather, you talk about the season. The season that Richardson had was fabulous. 435 runs, 31 wickets, 106 high score, a whole bunch of things. But more important, he led his team as a new team into the playoffs. And we recognize him as the outstanding player in the 40th championship game. Season, sorry. And he gets a bat from Z Sports. Sorry. Okay, we get into the championship game, Washington playing Lions, and Washington scores 205 and struggling, and then Lions goes to bat. And we're trying to figure out how Lions will score these runs, and their captain doesn't have them early, he gets out. But he has his little brother to help him out, as little brothers will do. His little brother hang around, scores 43 runs, and he actually held the team together. Akash, you're not here, but Akash is the man of the match in the 40-over championship match with a $50 gift certificate from Z Sports.
A lot of vouchers.
So the runner-up to this game, of course, everybody should know by now, is Washington. Washington played in 3 consecutive finals. They've won 1, they've been run-up twice. So Washington gets this trophy to say what we play for next year. So Washington, will you please come on up and accept the trophy? what does everyone play for, we hope, is this silver bowl, silver trophy that has the names of only 2 teams in here, but there's a few others we'll put on in the coming weeks. Virginia Lions played a great game against Washington, like we talked about before. They ended up winning the championship. So, well, the captain of Lions, please come on up and accept the championship on behalf of this team. All right, so before I leave, there are a couple of things I'd like to say. One, thanks to Landsoft, who sponsors the 2020 championship that we play for. Z Sports for their continued support. Whenever we call, they seem to say yes. The Prince George's Park and Recreation Services, who support us by giving us grounds. And most of all, thank you, the players and the members of the league, because without you, we really don't have cricket and we don't have a league. So take the chance, get back in the net, start practicing, and good luck to all. Thank you. Hold on.
All right, just take a few seconds to acknowledge that a lot of work behind the scenes to make a season successful. No matter how you define success, whether it's winning a trophy or just turning up and playing a good game of cricket. A lot goes behind the scenes in terms of preparation, preparing the grounds, getting the permits, making sure the food is there, and things of like organizing this event. So on behalf of all the membership, I would like to thank the members of the EC, Ankur, Saini, Garnet, Lalpatan, Pratik Patel, for playing a big role in yet another successful season in WMCB. And just on that note, a round of applause for those guys. I would also like to announce that there has been an expansion of the committee and of our administrative body because we need help desperately. We have, I believe, nominated 3 new board members, and they are Ayaz Ahmed, who I believe has disappeared, but he was here a while ago from Pack Tigers, Nauman Sheikh, and Ali Baksh from Trindies. He's a senior statesman, so these are the 3 new board members that we